More theatre talk now. It's just so lucky to have such a wonderful season here in Christchurch with the Court Theatre. Jeff, tell me all about Cabaret. How's it going?
Cabaret's going really, really well. It's such a phenomenal show. It's up and running. Everyone who's seen it has absolutely loved it. We had one reviewer say that she was in hysterical laughter for the first 15 minutes and in absolute silence for the final 15.
Wow.
So it's sort of that, raunchy beginning, heart-wrenching end, sort of just a full journey. It's a phenomenal show, and Antonia Preble does such a great job with Sally Bowles. It's going really well.
For those of you who know that name, Outrageous Fortune fans will know Antonia really well. And you were saying she's kind of, we've found it's not a hidden talent because she's so good at it, but, who knew that she was such a wonderful musical performer?
Yeah, well, I mean, she's sort of been talking about, she loves TV, she loves theatre because of the live rush that you get from it. And she was saying, the best thing about doing theatre is the hours are so much better. As opposed to getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you can get up at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
She's liking that change of scene. And there she is there, Jeff.
Yep, that's her singing the title number, Cabaret.
Wow. Yeah. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. A lot of people may recognise the music from Cabaret. Of course, Liza Minnelli made it very famous, didn't she?
Yeah.
But once again, for those that aren't familiar with a little bit about the story, can you just enlighten us?
Sure. It's set in 1930s Berlin. It's in the nightclub world. There's a young writer from America who's sort of going to experience the lifestyle of the Weimar Republic, which was Germany at the time. And he's in these havens of escapism, debauchery, sexy, strange people, and of course with this sort of growing shadow around them of things that were happening in Germany at the time in the 1930s, the rise of the Nazi Party and things like that. So it's got this nice dichotomy between the sort of hedonism and expressionism and freedom there, but also the sort of growing sense that a storm is gathering. So it is a fantastic musical. Sandra Rasmussen, the director and choreographer, it's her favourite because it just has the power to entertain, to titillate and to inform and educate an audience. So yeah, she's very passionate about it, and audiences have been as well. Yeah,
and rightly so too. Talk to me about the season. How long have we got to get to Cabaret?
Well, it's running now and it goes until the 12th of February, but obviously it's filling up quite quickly. I mean, so we're really encouraging people to get in as soon as possible to get their tickets and get along to see the show.
Okay. Fantastic. Make sure that you do that as well, because once again, you just don't want to have come to the end of the season and missed out on seeing this here in Christchurch. We really are so very lucky. What else is happening at the Court? Forge? Talk to me about the Forge.
The last show of 2010 in the Forge is the old Christmas classic, A Very Merry Scriptless.
Love it.
Now in its 5th year, the Court Jesters. I'm lucky enough to be in the cast for the show, so that's coming along. It's this year we're sort of setting it. The previous years we've done things like we've set it in the Nativity story, or we've done the story of Scrooge. This year we've taken it right back to sort of the scared scriptless route. So it starts at 8 o'clock in the evening, so it's family-friendly time. The material is friendly for all audiences, and we're sort of just doing short improvised scenes. So anyone who hasn't seen improv before, theatre sports, stuff that's being made up on the spot, interactive theatre, they can come along and enjoy it for the first time. So it's heaps of fun, and I mean tickets are only $15, so it's probably one of the cheapest, family-friendly activities you can see during the festive season.
Really wonderful, fun night of entertainment there. Talk to me, Jeff, what it's like to be on stage when you're doing improv.
It's great fun. It's great fun. You have no idea what's going to happen next. We get letters to Santa from the audience before the show, so we go out there dressed as elves. We get people to write their letters to Santa, what they'd like, what their Christmas wish is, and then we get to make them happen on stage.
So very cool.
It's great fun. It's so much fun to do a show, especially for a family audience. We've been doing Scared Scriptless at the Court Theatre for 20 years this year.
Wow.
And, so there are people that have grown up with the show, and so this is a whole new group of young people who get to come along and enjoy, family-friendly improv at a nice family-friendly time of 8 o'clock.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Are you pleased and happy to be back? Is it great?
Absolutely.
Thrilling, exhilarating?
I don't regard that part of my job as work. That's sort of the fun part for me.
Yeah. So how many other people on stage with you?
3 other improvisers with me. There's Ben Allen, Brendan Bennett, and Vanessa Wells, who you may remember.
Of course, good living host.
So that's all the 4 performers. We've got Luke DeSoma as our musician, and Josh Major is improvising both the lights and the sound for the night. So he's kept very busy as well.
So it really is all about improvisation in every sense of the word, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. So that started last night?
Yep, we opened last night, and we're running until the 18th of December, every Thursday, Friday and Saturday night. Okay,
fantastic. So there really are some amazing things to be checking out at the Court, and we'll just give you a wee sneaky peek of what's happening next year too. too, Jeff, because there's some big things on the way for 2011.
Absolutely. I mean, the first show in 2011, in Court 1 is Midnight in Moscow, a new play by Dean Parker, who wrote Baghdad Baby.
Right.
Then, of course, we've got Five Women Wearing the Same Dress, which is written by Alan Ball, who's the same guy who wrote American Beauty and True Blood. It's a lovely comedy in the vein of sort of Steel Magnolias. Then we've got another world premiere play, which is The Slapdash Assassin, which is an English playwright living in Ireland, so it's set in Ireland. Great black comedy. And then the last show in our 2010-2011 season is Tartuffe, but we've sort of been looking at plays for our next season in the Forge and next season there, and there are some great shows. It's going to be a fantastic year.
Just very exciting indeed, and what a wonderful way to end your year with something at the Court Theatre. Jeff, thank you very much, and good luck for A Very Merry Scriptless. Remember, do book your tickets at the Court Theatre for the productions that we've talked about, Cabaret and also The Forge with A Very Merry Scriptless. Go to the website courttheatre.org.nz or phone 0396300870.